Hey y'all, this is Tish. Thanks so much for joining me. I am thinking about all of the holiday things coming up and really wanting to get my kitchen ready for all the extra cooking and entertaining and prepping that will have to be done. If you watch one of my previous videos, I did my pantry, I worked on my baking section where I keep all my flour and things like that. And then I also worked on like the containers, big Tupperware things, plastic serving bowls and pieces. So today I thought I would kind of give you a tour of the rest of my kitchen, but while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be freshening up what's in my cabinets, maybe getting rid of a few things and cleaning them out. So several years ago, right around the time that we were kind of getting started after COVID, getting back to school and things like that, and my friend and I were just starting up our decluttering and organizing business. We started doing a lot of that in our own homes to kind of prep and get ready for what we were going to be doing for other people. And I had set aside a day during that time where I got in here in my kitchen and I really pulled a lot of stuff out. I got rid of a lot of things and I really kind of thought about what I wanted to go in each section. And before I get started, and I'm about to, I just want to say, you know, the biggest thing to me when we do somebody else's kitchen and when you're thinking about doing your own is you've got to think about how you use your kitchen. What do you want to have in certain sections? And I know kitchens are different sizes. Some of you may have bigger kitchen than mine. Some of you may have smaller. But you know how you like for it to function. So as I'm going around and kind of showing you some things in mine and what we're going to straighten up, just kind of think about what you think would work best for you. And you might get an idea or two that changes what you're doing now. You do not have to take everything out of all your kitchen cabinets at one time. I know that's overwhelming. And mine is fairly organized because, you know, I did really focus on that and I do kind of keep up with it every once in a while. But there are some things that I know need straightening up. So I'm going to start on one side and we're just going to kind of work our way around. I'm not going to stress myself out over this. I've got my cleaner. I'm going to wipe down some, just do a little rearranging and make it, just kind of freshen it up. So I'm going to start over here on the side. And this little section of the kitchen is where we do a lot of mixing and baking and that kind of thing. So I put my mixer down here so that it would be low. I don't have one of those fancy pull-out drawers for your mixer. I would love to, but I wanted it to be close to where we bake, but I also didn't want it to be up high because it is heavy. And then I have my some Christmas dishes at the top up there. This is just our little George Foreman, you know, oven cooker. And then this part right here is the cleanup section. So these were some things that I used recently. I'm gonna take those out. And then this, let's see what's in here. This just has some, I don't even know what that goes to. It's probably something Caroline uses. More sprinkles that need to go out. Oh, I do know. These go with the mixer. That's why I had them in that little basket. Obviously, I haven't used them. That goes with the mixer. This is part of the scale. And then I've got these little containers in here, which just look like extra tops. So that's gonna go. I think this is one of the little phone rests, so I'll keep that there. Okay, so that kind of straightens that up a little bit. Doesn't really look like I need to do much else up here. I think I'm going to wipe that off a little and then I'll put that back in. So this section is right next to that cabinet, and I did get in here recently and kind of rearrange some of these things. I had gotten these new glasses that I wanted to use at Thanksgiving, and probably will use them at Easter also when we have our family here. These are Pioneer Woman, and I think they were like 4 for $20. So I already have some in the dining room, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean this glass while I'm up here. I started keeping my charger in here because I find that I'm using it a lot more in the kitchen, and I don't really use these for much. This has just some extra hardware, so I'm gonna leave that there and move on over to this cabinet, which is where we have our bowls and plates, and then I have some of my china up at the very top. I really don't think there's much that needs to happen in here. I am gonna take the football bowls out and use those just during our school football season. I know it's still football season. But really, I think everything else looks pretty good. We're going to be using some of these little china pieces for Caroline's party. Yeah, I don't think this one looks bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wipe down the bottom a little bit while I'm up here. Okay, I'm just staying in this one little section right now. So if you are limited on time and you don't have time to do your whole kitchen, maybe just pick a little section. So kind of gone through this top part, and now the bottom part. This one has all of our measuring spoons and spatulas and things like that. It's not terrible, but I'm going to clean it up just a little bit. This one has utensils in it. And again, it's not terrible either. So, you know, I had organized it. It's been organized, but you just have to, you know, get in here and clean up a little. So I'm going to kind of clean that up just a tad. And then this drawer has our some more utensils and pizza slicers and things like that there. These just have the can openers. Got a pair of scissors in here. I like to keep scissors scattered. So I'll just clean that up a tad. And then down here, I have some of the small, our air fryer, because we use it, we just pull it out right there. A few mixing bowls, some small little appliances in there, and some more mixing bowls. It's not bad. This one is where I keep my Pyrex dishes, these big pots, that can be straightened up just a little bit, and lids. And then this one is kind of continuing on with that. I've got lids over here, my popcorn popper, which is essential in my life right there. And then I have some of my pans back here on one of these organizers. So I'm gonna go ahead and set some down here and just kind of start down here, and then I'll work my way up. do our mixing and baking right here in this corner. We keep all of our measuring spoons and measuring cups over here so that it's all located together in a central location. So I did end up moving some of those big spoons out of this drawer because I had room in the other and just kept my spatulas and little basting brushes in this one. That just freed up a little room for us. Okay, so I'm going to move on over to this section of the kitchen. This one does not have a lot in it because it's really not a convenient place to get things, but I do have a little room over here for maybe some more vases, so I'm going to leave that open just so I can kind of see it. And then this cabinet has our spices, medicines, and sprinkles at the top. I'm not going to do a lot with sprinkles because when we have our little cousin Christmas, we use those, so I'll be getting them down then so I can kind of freshen them up then, but I am going to kind of straighten these two up a little. And then this just has straws, mitts. These are like, just the clothespins we use to close up the food. This is where we put candy when we have it, which we don't have much now, so we'll clean that out. This is where I keep my Ziploc bags and my little wax melts right here because I have the wax melt right up here on top, so I've got them there so they'll be convenient. And then this drawer doesn't have a whole lot in it. I don't use it often. It needs to be fixed. The latch is broken. I've just got candles down here. Those are there because that was when I was doing the football stuff. They're new, so I'm gonna put those with the gifties. And then just a few like plastic utensils, and these I used recently, so that's why those are there. So I'll kind of clean that up just a tad. Some of the things that are going to be going to a new home. Of course, all this will be going in my football stuff, and I need to put that on my list to get another bin. This will go in my little Easter basket in the laundry room where I have kitchen stuff. Got a Christmas thing to go, and then these are going to go where I keep all the rest of my paper products. But I think before I go to the other side, I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff up, and then we'll just kind of wrap up the other side. So I found this in here. I kept this calendar because I think I was going to try to use some of the verses and things that were up here, which I have not done yet, and it was 2019. But we do have some areas at church that I might could use them on, so I'm going to put them in the craft room where I can see it and decide if I want to use it. And then I found these magnets in here, which I didn't know those were in there. this banner. These plates were my mom's. I'm gonna put those in a different area. And then I also have some pillow covers that I don't know how they got in here, but, well, this is actually a runner. I think they're runners. Tells you I haven't used them. Yes, these are both runners. So I'm gonna put all of those up, and then I have those few things to rehome.
And today, a new day is starting. Smiles fill this vibrant town. Sunshine warms my heart. Every day is fun and full of joy. Waking up to the morning light. Open the window, take a deep breath. Birds singing a melody. Today's gonna be the best day yet. Today, a new day is starting.
So this drawer, we keep the Tupperware, and I started keeping them in these bins several years ago, and just, I don't know, it just helps keep them organized a little bit better, and we're not searching for tops and bottoms. Right now, I think there's some in the dishwasher, so I'm not gonna do too much with this. For the most part, I do get in here ever so often and kind of clean up. So I'm just gonna straighten this up just a tad and move on from this. And then down here, this is where we keep the food savers, not something we use a lot. And then this little bin just has some things that I use on my shelves or even on my cake plates, just some little small vases, jars, and little decor pieces. And then these little buntings I have put on my shelves before, and the bow I used on the island was something. So I'm just gonna leave all of that right there, and that one's in good shape. Drawer has like all the skewers. These we used in some little cute little kebabs that we made, like little charcuterie cups. We use those in that. And let's see what else is in here. Strainer, some of these toothpicks, all of that kind of went with the charcuterie stuff. And then these, if you've seen some of my videos, you see me wearing these when I have long sleeve on. They keep the water from getting on your sleeve and running down your sleeve. Love them. I keep those in several places of the house because I use them all the time. And then these I just change out to keep the one that I have clean. It's like trash. I don't think there's anything in there. Few of our little aprons. This one was my granny's. So it's in pretty good shape. I'm gonna just kind of straighten it up just a tad, and we'll move on from that one. Keep my baking things in. I have my cookie cutters down here, my decorating bags, hand mixer, the Christmas cookie cutters are right there in the back, and then some of my bundt cake pans. Not a whole lot. I'm going to straighten this up just a little and get the cookie cutters back in, and that will be done. Okay, this is the cabinet I worked on last time, so I'm not gonna revisit that one. This just has my dish towels in it, and I have 2 drawers in that. I don't have a lot in these right now because I'm washing some. It also gives me room for some seasonal towels when I change those out. So those don't have to be done anything to. These are the cups, which I hate cups because it does clutter up your cabinet so much. But my rule is once this area is filled up, we don't get any more. And I also do not keep seasonal cups up here. So this one, which I never use, I'll probably declutter a lot of this stuff next when school starts to football season. But I'm gonna kind of go through here, see if there's any that I think we really don't need to keep. And if there are any seasonal ones, I store those with my seasonal things. That just helps not to clutter up this cup cabinet. And I don't feel bad if I have a seasonal one because I know it's not gonna have to stay out here all year. And then I just keep these little condiment bowls and things right down here on the bottom. And you know, we do use this stuff, or I would not have it. It's not something we use every day, but we do use them. And I did get rid of a lot when I did the first declutter in here, but gonna straighten this up. And okay, let me just say something about these. So yes, I have about 6 of these cups, which is excessive, I know. But this is my favorite cup to drink my coffee out of. And my oldest daughter was a majorette for our band, which is called the Maroon Machine. And they sold these one year, and it's just like a joke really, because I have left these different places and everybody just knows these are my cups. And I have that many because I'm scared I'm gonna lose some, and I do use them just about every single morning. So I just keep those right down here together.
In a yellow submarine, we sail the sea so blue, through strawberry fields where dreams always come true.
Okay, this is the last cabinet, and this is where we have our cups, coffee cups, and just regular, like, everyday little glasses and stuff we use. This one is in pretty good shape because I have been keeping this in here to put our little seasonal to-go cups. So I do have a few up there. Let's see, this side is just mainly coffee mugs. Some of this stuff I'm about to get rid of because I haven't used it. We'll clean this up a little bit, and then really that, I think it'll be fine. These are wonderful. They have them everywhere. Walmart has some, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Lowe's even has some. They just really help you maximize your shelf space and take advantage of all the vertical height. Game changer for cups and things like that. So if you don't have any of those, you might want to pick you up some. And again, my rule of thumb is they have to fit in this section here, and if it gets too crowded in here, then it's time for something to go.
Shining in our hearts, come together right now, never be apart. Across the universe, love is all we need. With every whispered word, our hearts begin to lead. Melodies of love echo through the night, in the tunes we sing.
I've tried to like the pods, but anyway, so these are going to go, taking up too much space, and they're not being used. And then I needed to wash a couple of cups that were here, but I think everything else looks fine. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this away, and then I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So this drawer is kind of like a junk drawer, which don't we all have them? I think everybody's got a junk drawer somewhere in their house. It's not bad, but I'm going to kind of save that for next time, probably on one of my this and that videos. It could probably be straightened up a little bit. And then I'm going to save this drawer next too, because this is kind of like my craft drawer. It's not terrible, but it too could use a little cleanup because, you know, I've got some miscellaneous little things in here. But I'm going to save that for the next time because I really want to think about what I want to keep down here and what I want to put up in the craft room. So that'll be a next time. Okay, y'all, that's going to end it for today. I hope this gave you a little bit of motivation to get in your kitchen and kind of do a little decluttering and get ready for all the upcoming holidays. It probably took me, I've probably been in here about an hour and maybe 45 minutes. I'm ready to be done for the day, but even if you don't have that much time, like I said, just kind of go, one section or one cabinet at a time, do a little decluttering, and once it's decluttered, then you can go back and see if you want to do any rearranging. So I thought I would just kind of go around the kitchen as I'm ending today and kind of just give you the whole layout. There are a few little things around because we are all home, so just kind of please ignore that. But like I said, the next time I will declutter the junk drawer and then my craft drawer and probably a few other little areas. So if you have not already subscribed, please do so. I'm going to be decorating for Christmas soon. I've got 16th birthday to decorate for soon, Thanksgiving, all kinds of fun things coming up. So I hope that you will join me. Thanks so much, guys.